All right, audio locked and on.
Info on it, so I'll just update what they said. Vehicle struck blackout vehicle, but it doesn't say it on the cat.
All right, copy that. I'm going to be number one behind the CHP break, coming up to the transition to the eastbound 10 from the 10, if that makes sense. So we should be right here. All right, so CHP's right in front of us, in the trans road, right in front of us, and it sounds like we have a vehicle that was stalled in lanes that was just struck by another vehicle. So we're rolling in behind CHP right now. They're just ahead of us, and I'm assuming there's another, excuse me, I'm assuming there's another unit to our left here on the main portion. But I'm not seeing anything. He's not seeing anything yet. Let's see what.
1584. We just took the rescue to 10 East to UTLS Soto. I'm guessing it's South 101 to 10 East. We'll be turning.
Okay. Maybe. So they're unable to locate. We're gonna go right here for a second. Let me take a look because they're turning. They think it might be southbound 101 at Soto.
1540, can you advise best access for the 1185?
But it's not Soto. It's gonna be. It looks like First Street, 101 South at First Street. Mission south to the. Okay, he just put it out. Southbound. All right, let's see if we can. He's saying mission to the southbound 101, so it's not where they dispatched it.
1560, go ahead.
We're in the area though, so we're gonna flip around and.
1560, I was 1125. Gonna be on the 110 eastbound, West Normandy.
Okay, so we're gonna go back on the 101, and then we're gonna head over toward Union Station and then flip around over there.
With the 1125 eastbound, just west of Normandy on the main portion.
That's just where they think it is, and then I did see information on Google Maps reporting a traffic collision in that area, so that might be our best bet. So let's do 10 west, back over to the 101, and then try again. And this happens a lot in this area. The 4-level, as we call it here, and the freeways surrounding the 4-level, which is here in downtown. We got a blacked out sedan, also no lights in front of us, so we want to keep an eye on that. But all the freeways in that area around the 4-level are actually very, very confusing if you're not from Los Angeles, and even native Angelinos have a hard time, myself included. There's FD over there.
LAPD isn't finding this response.
Where are they? They're on the.
Engine 82, yes, LAPD isn't.
They're on the 101 to. They think. Okay, I see where it is. They think it's on the 101 south, but it's not. It's on the 101 to the 10 east transition. And the sign there probably says Soto. So we'll flip around at Union Station, and then we'll go from there. But we can do mission. Can we do mission from there? Maybe. I think we can if we don't miss it. We might miss it here. I've actually never taken this exit, so let's. Does it exist? Oh, it does. Oh, how creepy. All right, and there goes CHP the other direction. I just saw the lights go over us. So we're gonna jump on here, going the opposite direction, and that should put us in the right spot. So we'll check that out. Oh, this is weird, because I can't actually figure out where they are.
Call back to voicemail.
Huh. Oh, wait. Oh, it's right here. Okay, we were further back than I thought.
209. Looks like it's
Alrighty. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for CHP, and then once they slow it down and shut it down, then we'll be good here. Let me call in a correct location because I don't think they know exactly where this is. So we'll call CHP and give them a corrected location here. Alrighty. Oh, it's with a tow truck. All right, so this vehicle was hit by, oh, it's a private ambulance and a tow truck. We've got CHP behind us. This guy was in lanes and he was hit by another car ahead of them, but I think that we're gonna sit here for a second, see if CHP needs anything, and then we'll get out of here. But that, again, this area, if you look at the map here, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So if you look at the map, you can see this whole area right here is extremely difficult to figure out where the cars are going and everything like that. So we'll get out. We'll see if they need any. We'll see if they need any help with anything. But as of right now, it seems like everything's good. So, alrighty. Hey. Alrighty. So CHP is good. They're going to handle this. It's going to be minor injuries, it looks like. There's a private auto, tow truck. Actually, incredible work by this tow truck stopping and putting his life on the line in lanes here. That is incredible. So really, really awesome work by them. Looks like everybody's out standing in the center divider. Private ambulance is already here. So we're good. We're gonna clear out of here and put ourselves back available. But yeah, it's really hard. Again, like I was saying, it's really difficult to tell exactly where someone is specifically, right? Unless you're looking at that map and you're going, oh, I am exactly where I know I am. Like really, really know. And especially if you're involved in a crash, you're looking and trying to figure out where you are. There's really no way to figure it out. It's very, very difficult. And this transition road here is very difficult. So we just happened to look back and see, oh, hey, here's our fire trucks, here's our ambulance. We can see the flashing lights like just through a tiny, tiny little area, because you can see I was underground there, below the road surface level. So it does get complicated over here sometimes, because you'll have like people say, oh, it's southbound here at the 101 or the 10, because like the 10, 101, 5 split in this area is extremely complicated. Like it's very, very difficult. And oh, I think we picked up something in the wheel. You hear that? Oh no. What is it, do you think? There's something in the wheel. Did we get a rock or a nail?
Oh yeah, I do hear it.
You hear it?
Yeah, there's something in there. I noticed.
Well, let's find a safe spot. There's something big in the wheel. It's like really big. So we have air pressure right now. We are not in a great spot. Let's start getting ourselves toward a good spot. I don't even want to stop really, because I know there's something big in that tire. I can hear it going dig, 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 dig. And if I had to guess, front left, and I think we picked it up coming into the gore point just now. So. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I can hear the air leaking out. That's gonna be a son of a gun to get out of there. It does have, it looks like an Allen key head on it. So let me see if I can get a driver in it and just unscrew it, and then let the tire deflate, plug it, and then we'll fill it up, and hopefully that's it, and then we're good to go. So underneath here, obviously we have our big old fire extinguisher, which, God, I wish we were faster on that crash tonight. That could have made a difference, but can't be everywhere all the time. So we've got our toolkit, we've got our, where the fire extinguisher mounts up to, all the electronics for all the systems in the car under there. We've got our patch kit, and this is not an ad for Snap-on, by the way. Don't think it is. Let's see if we can unscrew this thing. If we can, then we should be able to plug it. And I definitely hear the air leaking out. So, what do you guys think? Standard or metric? Oh, I feel like that would have been it, but it got ran over a few too many times, a little bit on the small side. Oh, look at that. 5/64ths, standard. All right. Let's see if I can unscrew my tire. Check this out, huh? Oh no, perfect. Hey, look at this. Oh, it's a washer. Look at that. Here we go, and it's gonna go. That's not too bad. Definitely don't want to go on the freeway with that though. How cool is that though, by the way? We just happen to have the right bit for that. So there you go. That was in our tire here. We're leaking air, but that's fine. I hope this pump works. I should have asked him if the pump works before we pulled the screw out. I assume it does. It looks like it does. All right, let's hope it does. Alrighty. So yeah, we're not going to swap the whole tire, but let's do. Well, that's doing that. Let's get this in here. The problem is it's not. The hole isn't big enough for the plug. So let's make it a little bigger. Obviously, not the first screw that we've had. That air is hot, by the way. That is some spicy air coming out of there. Okay. And we've got we got two options on these guys, but we got the extra strength ones. And yes, if you guys, if this even makes it into the episode, which it very well could, we will be putting a new tire on it probably tomorrow. Alrighty. There we go. Oh, you little bastard. Ha! Yeah, we get flats more often than I'd like to admit. But they're usually, if it sounded worse than it was, it's because of that washer, the way it was. Where'd it go, by the way? I'm standing on it. It's because of the washer. So it made it sound way worse. All right. Oh my goodness. Knowing our luck, that would be a fire, like right now, right? Alrighty, so trim that back. All right, we are good. That looks not great, not terrible. We are plugged. Yeah. Yep, it was leaking a little bit. I'll put it back straight. It'll look normal. How's that look? Good? All right, so normally we replace the wheel if it's bad enough, and that sounded really, hello? There we go. That sounded really bad, but once we saw that it was just this guy, and we're gonna throw him away so he doesn't terrorize anybody else in the city. We got screwed, just a little bit though, little screw. Down in the side, we've got our, oh, thank you. We've got our jack and our, all the stuff for like, you know, patches and plugs and flats and stuff like that. And then this goes back there. This is our little box of goodies that has our LED flares and some of our safety stuff, batteries, stuff like that. This goes like that. And then, whew, once that's done, we take this guy and we're all set. How cool is that? Back to normal, like nothing ever happened. All right, let's get out of here. All right, so we're rolling up on a taco stand, 211, which is an armed robbery at a taco stand. It's not a taco truck, and they're not going to have cameras and stuff like that. But oh, it looks like Steve is here. Be careful getting out too. Tay, there's some like mud and stuff over here, so we'll be out. But there won't be surveillance footage or anything. But this is becoming like a more common thing, unfortunately. We'll talk about that a little bit. So this is becoming more of an issue in recent months, where people are actually robbing taco trucks, taco stands, establishments like this, and they know that they don't. They know that they are a cash business. They know that they don't carry guns usually, and it's you know, not a great situation for these people. So it's really actually probably one of the most heinous crimes you can do, is taking advantage of these people who are out here working hard to make a very little amount of money. Hi. Good evening.
I knew somebody was going to show up. I couldn't have fucking one call by myself.
Yeah, you know, not like it used to be. Maybe it'll get that way someday again. We'll see. Yeah, you have to feel for these people. I mean, they're out here in not a great area, doing what they can to survive, and then someone comes along and points a gun in their face and says, "Give me all you got," and it's really pathetic, actually. And there's kids too. I mean, that's really, yeah. Can you imagine the kids are there? You've got like a toddler,
Oh, yeah.
right? And they come up and they go, "Give me your
Yeah.
money," with a gun, and there's a baby there. I mean, she's hugging her dad. I mean, I think they were here. I mean, you can see the way she's.
Yeah, I mean, it's the two guys match the description of the other ones.
So it's the same guys from last night,
Same guys from the last
or all
night.
of them. There's been like 3, right?
Same
3 or 4.
guys from the last 4 or 5.
So guys armed with handguns approach.
Female Mexicans and with face masks or with masks.
Right.
Demand the money and then take off.
Yeah, it's the same MO. So I really hope they catch these guys, because this can't keep going on like this. This is really really upsetting. And it must happen so fast, because they haven't even been close to seeing them. Or do we have a vehicle at least? Anything? No.
I thought they said he left on foot. That's what the other ones have done.
Really, they probably go around the corner, get in a car, and then take off. Because the corner's right here, the intersection's right here.
They usually don't hit one.
Right, they'll hit a couple.
They'll hit a couple.
Right.
So I don't expect this to be the last one tonight. But there's so many of these, you can't put a cop at every single one of them.
Right. You can't put an officer at every taco stand in the city. It's LA, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There'd be no officer patrolling the street.
Right, right. You could have 2,000 officers, we still wouldn't have enough. But no, you're right, and it is a very it's a really unfortunate thing, and especially seeing the children out here, it's really
It's becoming scarier for these guys.
Yeah.
First,
all it's going to take though is one of them to fight back, and then you know what I mean. Like
it won't take long for one of these guys to have a gun themselves.
Right. Exactly. And then you have a shootout at the taco stand, which would be
Not good, but
no.
understandable.
Right. You can't blame them at that point. It's like enough is enough, right? This is obviously a taco stand. We're hearing from another photographer that's here that the children were not here at the time of the incident, which is a good thing, because I couldn't even imagine what they would have gone through. So the children that we're seeing behind us were not here. That's good news. Bad news is this is probably going to be the same 2 people that we've had going to different taco shops, taco stands, what have you, and they've been basically the same MO, showing up, robbing these people at gunpoint. And again, these are cash-only businesses. They're not using credit. They're not using payment processing systems. Obviously, it's just cash on the street. And unfortunately for these people, that puts them in a position where it's easier for criminals like this to come and rob these people. And like I said, when we rolled up, they're out here just making a living, doing the best they can, getting by with very, very little. And for someone to do that, it's just it's like preying upon like the people, like the most defenseless people. And I think that's really a horrendous. I think that's really a horrendous thing. So we'll get a couple more shots and maybe talk to them. I don't know. I don't think we are. And then we'll get on out of here. Get on to the next one. So here we go. You guys okay? Dude, that's a really terrible thing. I'm glad you guys are okay. Is it okay if we get some footage of you guys, like just in here? Okay, I just want to make sure. I don't want to be rude and come in and start filming. So, alrighty, I'll get some shots.
Sound or just get shots?
Huh?
You gotta get sound.
No, I don't know. Did you want to talk to us about what happened? Do you want to tell us what happened? On TV? What's up? Oh, you're good with it? Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, just right there. Perfect. Don't move. Right there. You mentioned this had happened a few times before. This is not your first time?
This is like our second time.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions about that, okay? Alex, I'm going to step forward and we're going to be right here. I'm going to keep him right there, okay? No, you're good. I'll hold it. Okay, cool deal. You ready? Give me your mic. Are you good with this?
Just speak up a little because I don't have a mic, so
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going off my front.
You good? Alrighty. Alrighty, sir, let's start with just your name and how you spell it.
Okay, my name is Oscar Lozano, OSCARLOZANO.
Just run me through what you guys went through tonight and what you guys saw. Just kind of give me just a timeline of events from when this all started.
Okay, it was like at least, there was 10:20, 10:25. We were selling, and all of a sudden it happened so fast. You know, these situations, you know, happen so fast. I saw the two guys. They came out like the next over the van that is stationed onto the avenue. My coworker, they went towards her first. You know, they robbed her. But thank God she didn't have nothing on her. And then they came with the client that we had right here on the side, and they tried to rob them. You know, but like the guys were like in a rush. I don't know why. It just happened so fast. They didn't even rob anything. They took a little bit. You know, thank God. You know, that's.
Did they try? You mentioned they tried robbing your female counterpart here.
Yeah.
She didn't have any money on her, obviously.
And she didn't
The
have
gentleman
anything
here
on.
that they tried to rob, did they have weapons? Like.
They had both of them were armed. Yeah, but they were like desperate, and then they left. You know, with so little. So.
How much did they take in your estimation?
About like $50 to $100.
And that's from you guys and the guy that was
Just
standing here?
me.
Just you?
Just me.
Wow. So was it out of the register? Like, I mean, just like.
He came at me afterwards when they end up robbing. They end up robbing him and my coworker. They stopped. It was fast, and they came to me, and that's when the guy pointed at me he went in front of the table, and he just pointed at me. And then at that point, you know, with a gun pointing at you, what else can you do, you know? And yeah, I'm like, here you go, man, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose my life for over some money, so like, you know, here you go.
How'd you feel in that moment? I mean,
in that moment, just like, afterwards, you feel it, but at that moment, just like, you know, like, you're getting pointed with a gun, and just like, you just get desperate afterwards, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy about the situation, you know.
Could you describe them, what they look like?
I saw them
like if they're wearing masks, that's fine. Like, just tell us.
Yeah, like they had ski masks on. You know, both of them armed. They had sweaters, shorts, long socks. You know. They were like 5'7", by like my height, 5'7", 5'8".
English or Spanish speaking? English.
They came with your money and all of that. Yeah.
And you mentioned this has happened before. How many times has this happened?
This is our second time. The first time was like a month ago.
Wow. Okay, and real quick, you called LAPD. Obviously, they showed up, took a report. Is there anything you'd like to add about this experience? Anything you want to say to people who are out here doing what you guys are doing? Any word of advice?
You know, people are out here, hustling, making their ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just working for their necessities and everything. For people just to come armed and take away their while they're working. You know, they're just making money for their, to support their family and everything. It's just not fair, I guess they don't take account of that, and they just want money so quickly from people that are making it, over time.
It's really unfortunate. I mean,
Exactly.
These people are just terrible. So again, I appreciate it. Just give me your name and spelling one more time.
My name is Oscar Lozano, and it's OSCARLOZANO.
Oscar, you should be the PIO for the police department. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. Do you want a copy of this or anything like that?
No, we're good.
You're good? You don't want a copy or any of this? Okay. Well, again, I appreciate it. This is Steve. Again, I'm Zach. I'm so sorry that you guys had to go through this, but again, just be vigilant and keep your eyes out. And again, calling the police like that, maybe even like an emergency button or something, right? That might help. But you did great, man. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. What was the name of your taco spot, by the way? Can you type that in for me? Sorry.
We'll have you right here.
Oh, right there. Let me take a picture of that. That's great. Awesome, brother. I appreciate that. I'll mention it in the story too, so hopefully we can get you some more customers. Alrighty, brother. Be safe out here. Thank you. Alrighty. So we're good on that. So again, like he was saying, Oscar was saying, he was nice enough to give us an interview talking about what he went through, and it's different to hear it from me than to hear it actually from a victim like that. So really harrowing story. I'm glad he's okay. They gave him the money. Like he said, it was $50. I mean, geez, to potentially lose your life over $50 is just absolutely horrific. So either way, that's what's going on. We're going to be on to the next one. So we're rolling relay to an area. We've got reports of shots fired in the area, and then they're saying that we might have a shooting over here, and I'm not 100% sure, and I'm also trying to finish up our taco truck robbery.
Is there an apartment number on the shooting call on
An armed robbery occurred this evening at approximately 10:28 p.m. at the taco stand near the intersection of East Manchester and Town Avenue. LEP Southeast Division responded and is handling the investigation. There's been a rash of taco stand truck robberies in recent weeks, and this is possibly the same suspects. Suspects are described as two men with ski masks with pistols. Approximately $50 in U.S. currency was taken. This is the second armed robbery. Alright, so we're just gonna check out this, hello? Jesus, dude, come on. Come on, man. Come on. That was the second shooting, or sorry, second robbery there. Airship's overhead, he's blacked out. And Hobart is right here. So, FD did get this call. Oh, I should probably turn on the audio so Alex doesn't get upset. Sorry, I probably sound a lot better.
The red light was on.
1421 Adam.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not. It was not on. So we're here at a possible shooting. We're gonna stand by over here and see what they have. We're locked into Olympic Division, which is the division that we're in, and we'll see if we actually have a shooting. So it's a big hurry up and wait.
Olympic Supervisor made 2853, 1050, approaching Westmoreland, north of.
So you can see LAFD rolling up to our left right here. That's engine 26, and if I had to guess, RA26 or A26 is going to be behind them. And they're supposed to be standing by, so I think they're gonna hang tight until
Westmoreland, north of.
Until PD clears them to enter. But they might have done that because it looks like they're rolling in. So.
The location on 1450 Hobart is not a valid location. Can you get on the air and notify the PR that?
Okay.
Address?
So this address is not an actual address, apparently. 1495, but he said something different. Yeah, no, 1495. So 1495 South Hobart.
88, Roger. We'll attempt to call back the PR. For the comments, the appearance possibly 5150.
Again, Tay, this is like the constant, the reoccurring thing. So 5150 is mentally ill. So it sounds like our reporting party, our 911 caller, is mentally not all there. So for some reason, when people, there's people who have mental issues, which, you know, it is what it is, but a lot of times people will call and say, they'll dial 911 and say, hey, there's a shooting, or there's a some type of incident occurring, and it's not legitimate. So these guys got a call for a shooting with possible victims down. Came out here, saw that address is not a real address, had the call taker attempt to call back, and now they're saying that the person is possibly mentally ill. So once they say that, we are done, and we're out of here and on to the next one. So it's becoming more of an issue recently. We didn't used to have this many calls like that, but there's usually two types of fake calls. You have calls that are the mentally unstable, like this one, and then sometimes you'll have calls where people are calling in things because they're trying to do a swatting or something like that. So incidents like this are luckily not super common, but when they do generate a fake call, usually it's something interesting, right? They go, oh, there's been a major shooting, there's a hostage situation, there's, you know, UFOs landing on the roof. Like it gets it gets extra crazy because they're trying to generate a large response. The side effect of that is that then we hear that and we go, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. You know, we should go check out that triple homicide. Like, oh my goodness. And then obviously we get there and we end up with this situation. So we're gonna let our guys know, and then we are now back available. And that's it. That's the deal. That's what goes on out here. So It is pretty common though, right? We deal with this pretty often. What's that?
We had one last night.
Did we have one? What was the one last night?
The lady where she said that someone was in her house.
That's right, we did have that. The lady said she was having a heart attack and someone was in her house, and it just sounded crazy. And we get there and they're like, not what we thought it was. So, and again, we've talked about this a lot on the series. I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again in case you missed those episodes where we've discussed this. But a lot of times, if the person is having like a psychotic episode or whatever the issue may be, in their mind, they're seeing what's happening. That lady, the lady who said she was having a heart attack and someone was in her house, she believes somebody was in her house, 100%. She called 911 and must have sounded pretty damn convincing because they sent everybody over there. They said, hey, this is legit. So if somebody believes that it's happening, then that's all the call takers need. So it's different when someone calls it in and they're like, this is what's going on, and it doesn't sound too believable, then it's a fake call or what have you. But if someone's like actually seeing it, that's the scary part to me, is that in their mind that's what's happening. And then the reality of it, there's nobody in that lady's house and she's having a heart attack, hyperventilating, freaking out because someone's in her apartment and there's nobody there. It's like, I don't know, it's an interesting thing. I'm sure there's people, some of you, I know actually for a fact, some of you that watch are involved in mental health services and things like that, and I'm sure you guys can comment on that. Looks like FD is going to be backing into their station, so we're going to help them out a little bit. We're going to block the street here because I think they're going to, engine 26 is probably going to turn. They're going to have somebody come out. They're going to turn and then they're going to back the rig in. Cool. He's like, wait a minute. Is the whole bridge closed over here? My goodness. How do we get on the freeway? Oh yeah, no, they're very good at driving that stuff. That cool?
Tommy's on Beverly.